What's going on, everyone? Hope all y'all are having a great week. Today's video, we're going to be going over some of my favorite stock VSTs inside of FL Studio, as well as some of my favorite free VSTs. So we're just going to start making a melody with some of those VSTs and then do drums later. If you don't know what a VST is, basically it stands for a virtual instrument. Basically we can find, like, say a VST for a popular piano or even like a guitar, bass guitar, flutes. Like, there's so many different types. And if you guys are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're dropping new content every week. Make sure you guys go check out my last video, Labs with Link Volume 2. I'm working on just like a little mini series of me doing like some cool cook-up videos and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, go check that out. I'll link it below. Without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, we're inside FL Studio now. I'm kind of feeling like 126 BPM. The first stock plugin that is actually part of FL Studio that I'm gonna use is Flex. Flex is like so underrated. They have like all of this stuff, and then if you go over here into the free category, there's like more folders of sounds and stuff that you can download. They got like electronic stuff, bass, drums. Right now I'm just gonna start looking for a flute or something like that. Next one I'm going to pull up is Analog Lab Play. I'll link all of these plugins that aren't already inside FL Studio down below in the description. So if there's any plugins that you guys see that you want to get, just look down there and I'll have all of them linked. Analog Lab Play you can download completely free, and it comes with a decent selection of sounds. I'm also going to link down below another producer. He goes by Infinite. I've been following him for the last like year or two. He's super dope. He actually has his own website, GatekeepSounds.com. He sells a bunch of kits, but he actually has a section on there for free stuff as well. Like I said, I'll link that down below. I think I'm actually going to use this Pegasus piano from Infinite's Nirvana kit. So I'm going to mess around over here on the keyboard for a couple minutes and see if I can come up with like a chord progression. So basically, to build the chord, all I did was play a minor triad, which is just these three notes, and all I did was just added an octave copy of our root notes. So we have the C down here, and then I also played it an octave higher. It gives it just a little bit more of a full sound as opposed to, you hear the difference? It just sounds a little bit more full. Yeah, I kind of just did this little pattern to add a little bit of rhythm, kind of play off the trumpet sound that we started out with a little bit. And then right here, this is the same exact chord. The only difference is I dropped the root note down 4. Some call this the little baby method, but yeah, whatever. If you drop that root note down 4, 9 out of 10 times gonna sound good as long as your notes up here are all in scale. This last root note right here, I'm just gonna bring it up to 2 semitones. I'm actually gonna add one of my favorite effects plugins that is free, Panagement 2. Basically like a reverb plugin. They got a couple different presets and stuff. You can obviously mess with all these knobs and like tweak it to your liking. Also have this bass ducking one that acts as like a side chain. Ooh, that's actually kind of hard. I think I'm gonna keep that. Next free plugin we're going to talk about is Surge. If you guys don't know, it's got a lot of really cool sounds. Some of them are cheap sounding and stuff, but they have like look at this. They have basses, they got brass, they got chords, FX, like there's so many sounds in here. It's honestly like kind of slept on. I'm actually going to choose a pluck sound that I used in my last video, Labs with Link Volume 2. I found this sound, it reminds me, it's like an old synth pluck and it's so cool. Asymmetry, am I saying that right? Dude, it sounds so sick. Maybe it's just me, but I love the sound. We're going to try and add like a little counter melody. For this synth plug, I'm gonna add Valhalla Supermassive. Once again, this is another free VST. It's basically just like a crazy reverb. They got echo, delay. Sometimes it's like a bit much, but I'm just gonna mess around and see what kind of presets we can find that kind of sound good. I don't want it to be like too drowned out in reverb. I think that's sounding pretty good. I'm also gonna add a little bit of EQ. I want it to be like this. Yeah, I want it to sound like like it's coming through the old telephone. I think that's good enough for that. I'm gonna pan this to the right a little bit, about 45% right. And maybe we'll pan the horns to the left. This is actually, I think this is like a free stock plugin. It comes with FL Studio now if you have like the updated version. I guess they have like a synth now too, that it's like similar looking to this.
Kepler is a...
There you go. That's what it looks like, Kepler. It's basically, it looks very similar to this, to the vintage chorus plugin, but yeah, it basically emulates a vintage synth. I'm not sure which one. I don't think I have the updated FL, so I don't have it, but if you guys have it, you can also use that. For now, we're just adding this vintage chorus to the horns to make it sound better. It's not a bad sound, but a lot of these sounds, you can make them sound way better just by adding a couple effects to them. So next, I think we should add a bass. That's gonna tie a bunch of this stuff together. Let's go back into Surge and see if we can find a bass. I think that's sounding good. We're gonna add a pad. I think that's the one. I'm gonna bring this in to Mixer 9. I'm going to add Shaperbox. I'm still on Shaperbox 2. I know this isn't a free plugin, but they do have a demo version of it. You can do everything on the main one, except I think you can only open like one instance of it at a time, but there are ways around that. One of my go-to presets on Shaperbox is this slight change right here, which I think I'm just gonna add to the pad to like add a little bit texture to it. And it really doesn't do much, hence the name, slight change. I'm gonna pull up one more instance of Analog Lab. This is the lead I got. It's from the Summer Nights demo kit. I'm gonna go over here to the keyboard, and I'm gonna try and play a little lead that I think would sound good. Sound, and we're gonna go back to flex for this one. This last plugin that I'm going to show y'all is another free one. It's a FX plugin. It's called Grain Strain. Honestly, I don't even remember how I found this. It is pretty cool. It's basically a grain sampler. I honestly don't really know how it works. I've kind of just messed around with these knobs until I found something that I'd like. They do come with a couple presets. The preset I'm going to be using is actually a custom one that I've made, and like I said, I just made it by like tweaking stuff. I have no idea what I'm doing with this thing. Now I'm going to arrange this melody and we're gonna add drums. Today's drums are gonna be coming from Cody's Armored Core kit. It's the beta version though, so still free. I downloaded his kit from his Discord, so you can go download that for free, I'm pretty sure, if you just join his Discord. I'll link that below also. That's pretty much the beat, so I'm gonna play it from the beginning, and yeah, let me know what you think. Yeah guys, that's pretty much the full beat. If you guys enjoyed this video, like and comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, all that good stuff. We're uploading new content every Thursday. Soon we're gonna start uploading more than once a week, but for now that's the schedule. Like I said before, all of the plugins that aren't already in FL Studio, I'll link in the description below. So thanks again for tuning in guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.